What's up, y'all? Bryson Tucker with Sacrifice Training. This is week 1 of our 6-week speed segment. So, the first most important thing to go over is the dynamic stretching. A lot of people make the mistake by static stretching first. This is a big no-no. Do not static stretch. The first thing that we need to do is take a 300-yard jog. This is just to get the blood flowing, just to get you moving. Everything that we do is going to simulate running. So, 300-yard jog. Second thing we do is going to be high knee. We got to get the high knees going. We have to cause some rapid fire in our muscle groups. So, we're going to make sure you get your form and everything right, just like you're running. Tight elbow to wrist comparison. Get the knees up, nice hip flexion, rapid fire. Third thing we're going to do is going to be butt kicks. We got to do butt kicks down and back. Make sure the heel is touching the butt. Get a good stretch on the quadriceps. Fourth thing we're going to do is something called A-skip. If you think back to your high school days, or you might be in high school or middle school or college, whatever the case may be, A-skip. A-skip, you need a little rhythm to do A-skip. Rapid fire knee up to the chest, causing nice hip flexion. B-skip. B-skip is going to be similar to the A-skip, but we need to make sure we get nice hip flexion, kick the leg out, and get a nice stretch on the hamstring. C-skip may be a little difficult. C-skip is a combination of A-skip and B-skip, but at the same time, we're going to open up to get the hip flexors in the groin area. So one up, like an A-skip, one out to get the groin area, then we're going to finish with what we call the B-skip. That way we get the hamstring. This puts it all together. Next thing we have is a scissor run. The scissor run should keep the knees tight, slightly bent. The quadriceps are going to be burning on this exercise because by now you're starting to really warm up. The muscles are starting to fire off. You might be a little tired at this point, but that's good. This is a proper warm-up. So, get a nice wrist to elbow ratio also. Same thing, we're going to get in a nice form, bend the knees just slightly. Exchange the right foot for the left foot. It's similar to a hop, but make it quick. Next thing you have is karaoke. Karaoke is great for warming up the hip flexors. Also, notice I keep talking about hip flexors. Hip flexors are very important when it comes to speed. Make sure you twist the hips really good. We got to loosen up the hips, loosen up the hip flexors, and at the same time, we got to loosen up the groin. That's what this is for. Sprint lunges. We use sprint lunges because it simulates sprints. So when you're coming out of a stance, you're low. So right here in the lunge, you want to make sure that we're low and we're firing up, staying low, just like we're in a sprint. All the forms should be perfect. Slide and glide. This is just another exercise to warm up the quads, get low. Little bit of isometric training here when you're down low and you're going through the valley in your slide and glide. This causes a lot of type 2 fiber quick twitch muscles to continue to grow in your muscle groups. This is very important. We're going to end with the jog. This finishes up today for week 1. Remember, always dynamic stretch first, never static stretch. If you need to static stretch right after your dynamic stretches. Stay tuned for week 2. Remember, just do the workout.
What will you sacrifice to be great?